This is an interesting pair of ebony Ceylonese portable campaign chairs. And of course, Ceylon didn't become a British Crown colony until 1802, when the Dutch were finally pushed out by the East India Company. So that gives us a starting date for this pair of chairs. And the British always thought that the cabinet makers, the craftsmen of Ceylon, modern day Sri Lanka of course, were highly skilled and very good. And in fact, a large number of the population in Ceylon in the 19th century were carpenters or cabinet makers. So let's have a look at these chairs and how they fold. Well, they're probably comparable with the naval chair, and we've discussed naval chairs before in other videos. Here you can see a naval chair. It's got a very swift action for folding. Seat lifts up, sides are hinged, flat packs very quickly. And you can see that this design might have inspired this pair of ebony chairs. So how do they dismantle, and how are they different to the naval chair? If I can fold and put it back, right there, that's done. Well, the seat on this example is completely removable. But if we look to the sides first of all, you can see it's not hinged. The hinge is on the back legs. So if we lift up the seat, that gets removed completely, and we can see that the legs fold, and there you have something which is very small in size, easy to pack away, very, very practical. And the seat is held on in place by these tenons, and you've got two to the side rails, front and back, and you've got one to the back rail. Let's come in a little bit closer so hopefully you can see those. The seat has got a hinged apron to the front, which is nicely shaped with a serpentine, and we can see the mortise holes to take the tenons. Now, this other chair works in exactly the same way, but the seats are not interchangeable because the size of these tenon joints are different, they're individual. Even on this one chair we can see that it's smaller to the front here than it is to the back, and again smaller again to the larger tenon on the back rail. So let's put this chair back in place. So that one's all set. If we take this one off, hopefully you can see that these tenons are much longer. In fact, these ones are more even to each other than on the other chair. Now they're made of solid ebony, and they're a really good weight because of it, of course. And a lot of ebony was used in Ceylonese furniture. They've got quite a nice sweep to the back and a nice shape. You could say that they're relatively plain. You've got a little bit of shaping to the bottom here to this rail. And of course, you've got the hinged serpentine front rail, which gives you a little bit of decoration. And to the back, you've also got a stretcher bar, which is octagonal. in shape rather than straight. While we've got it in here, we can see that they're colonial. You can see the construction, the pegged construction, which of course is another clue to them being colonial, apart from of course the ebony, the solid ebony that is being used. So a very interesting pair of chairs. They may well have been part of a much larger set originally. I would suspect so. And we have seen another a number of years ago, which I would imagine must have come from the same set as these. So a very interesting pair of chairs, early 19th century in date. They're made of solid ebony from Ceylon, and the black dark colour of the timber, the simplicity to the design, the effectiveness of the design to collapse and fold make them a very interesting and, to my mind, very good looking pair of chairs. Now for use you would need to probably get a squab cushion made. It just helps obviously make it more comfortable as a chair, but also displace for weight so you're not putting too much pressure on the cane work. So there you go, very interesting pair of chairs. Ceylon, solid ebony, early 19th century.